back to the channel. Today I have a very interesting video. Another style look, obviously, of my favorite Jennie from BLACKPINK. If you guys haven't watched their latest MV, their latest single called Kill This Love, you guys really need to go and check it out. Personally for me, I love the visuals, I love the concept, I love the dance move, I love how every single one of them looks so good and yet different. Today I'm gonna be recreating Jennie's look from Kill This Love. I'm talking about this particular image over here. So that's where they kind of have that Tomb Raider Lara Croft thing going on right here. She looks kind of badass with a high neck sports bra kind of thingy. Fingers crossed, I have not done this before and obviously I don't look like her. It's just like my interpretation of it. So this look is inspired by Jennie Kim from BLACKPINK from their latest Kill This Love MV. Let's get started. And I also put in blue contacts. This one is Ola's Spanish. Lately I've been loving my VT Cosmetics with BTS collaboration Glorious Gloria Powderation Foundation. The coverage is very full and I just need about 2 drops. And for this, I like to just use my hands to spread because it can get quite heavy if you just go in straight with the sponge. So I like to spread it out first. If I go in with my beauty blender to just blend it out. So I did wet my beauty blender for this look because I quite like how all the BLACKPINK girls, they just look so natural. They have really good skin, but they don't look like they pile on too much makeup. So because the sponge is really wet, it actually sucked up quite a lot of foundation onto the sponge. So I'm just gonna go in with another layer. I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape concealer as usual. And because my base is pretty full, I'm just gonna go under my eyes and not too much. Her face shape is a lot more short and small compared to mine. She's also slightly rounder at the cheeks. We're gonna try and recreate that. Next up, I'm gonna highlight my face. I'm using Benefit's High Beam. This one is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. And especially if you haven't set your makeup yet, you should go in with this. And like I said, because the cheeks are pretty full, I'm gonna focus quite a lot on the cheeks and the forehead area. And this time I'm gonna use my hands, then with my beauty blender. I'm focusing more on the cheeks to give it more volume. I don't know if you guys can see, but my cheeks are already popping. Like, wow. Now I'm gonna go and set it with powder. I'm using this powder from Catrice Cosmetics. It's called Light Illusion and it's yellow. So what it does is it really helps to brighten up my entire skin. Kind of piling it underneath my eyes, forehead, sides of my face. And that's it. You don't want to over powder because like I said, they all have that very natural glow to them. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow powder because I love how cool the colors are. So we can see hers compared to mine. Over here, there's just so much more volume and it's shorter here. And her forehead is quite similar. It's just hers is more narrow over here, like this. So I'm just gonna try and recreate that. First, I'm gonna tackle my chin and just apply a ton of contour over here. I mean, there's so much I can do because my chin is still there. So I just need to try and give a more like optical illusion of rounded cheeks over here. And I have a very interesting product which I have been using for years actually. This is the hair shadow from Innisfree. So what I do with this, right, is I like to go in with my bald spots, but for today's case, I can actually try and fake a more like narrow forehead, narrowing my hairline like this and shaping it like Jennie's. And you want to blend outwards rather than inwards because you don't want to dirty the rest of your face. So Jennie has pretty natural and arched eyebrows, especially for this video because I think they wanted to go for a more like fierce look. So what I'm going to do is use this NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer and it's in a paste form. I'm just gonna try and cover up my brows a little bit. And now I'm just gonna draw a soft arc shape like Jennie's. Hers is actually pretty close to her eyes, so I'm just gonna try and mimic that. So it's actually pretty far out into the sides of her face, like this. I'm using Etude House Color My Brows. You guys know I love this. This one is in the shade 5, which is kind of blonde, but I just want to use it to lighten it. So it's now to contour my nose. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Powder again. Jennie's nose are just pretty straight and sharp, so that's what I'm gonna do. But I think her nose is like slightly shorter than mine, so I'm gonna shorten my nose a little bit over here at the tip. So now it's time to tackle the eyes, and I think that's the most iconic part of this entire look. Very like cat eye and all the way to the end. I'm gonna first start with using my Born to Run palette from Urban Decay. So the first shadow that I'm gonna be using is this shade over here. It's called Riff. I'm just gonna apply it all across my entire eye. Bear in mind, you want to create an eye shape that is very upward cat eye and all the way to the end. She always applies the eyeshadow really close to the end of her face. And also not forgetting the lower lash line. Do the shadow all across my lower lash line as well. I'm gonna go in now with a dark brown shade. So I'm gonna use this matte dark brown shade called Good As Gone. And if you look closely, Jennie's eyes are really like kind of slitty, and end of the corner is where she focused a lot of the color at. So I'm going to open my eyes and do this. Follow the shape when I open my eyes. And I'm just going to join this eyeshadow to the inside this way. Not forgetting the lower lash line as well. So for hers, you can see that it's mostly concentrated at the lower corner of the eyes. I'm gonna connect the two lines, preserve that roundness of her eyes. I'm using the BTS Skinny Gel Liner. I'm gonna apply and line my eyes all the way. And I'm also gonna line it on the top, kind of in a very long wing. So same thing for this eye at the bottom. I'm gonna take my brown color shade earlier and I'm just gonna smoking it out. And likewise, I'm gonna take a gold shade over here to just highlight the inner corner a little bit, and also on the top. This is one side of the eye done. I'm gonna continue with the other side and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back with the other eye already done. So now I'm gonna be using my Pixi Liquid Fairy Lights. So this is a liquid glitter eyeshadow. Jennie has 2 pieces of glitter on her eyes, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna be using this. I mean, I know it's not like super shiny, but I just wanted to highlight my inner corners. And let's move on to lashes. I'm gonna just curl my eyelashes and apply some falsies. So the falsies I'm using is this type of style. It's pretty natural because I don't really see Jennie wearing falsies in this particular photo. Then let's move on to blush. She's got a very light pinkish blush. So I think I'm just gonna be using a lipstick for that. I think I will go for this shade. This is the Dear Dahlia Lip Paradise Intense Satin in the shade Kate. So I'm just gonna apply it kind of on the outer of my cheek. So in this triangular form. And now I'm using the same lip color. So looking at Jennie's lips, it's really round and she has a very blurred lip line at the side. I'm gonna take my contour again, round up my lips a little bit. And also use my lipstick to just create a rounder illusion. And this makeup look is now complete.